The game of the week crew finds itself in downtown Belle Point again, hoping for a Panthers win. That's coming up next, right here on Cable 10. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sauer Field, the original Sauer Field here in the heart of downtown Belle Point. McCutcheon Stadium is what the plaque on the side of the stands says, so we'll take them for their word. I'm Clint Goins. With me, of course, Chris Cole and Chris. Frankfort High, they've had a rough year so far under first-year coach Stephen Davis. They're 1-5. And they're taking on a team tonight that is 4-2, but I suspect may be the best team they have faced all year long.
On paper, it really looks like they could be the best team offensively, but we were talking about before we came on the air how we saw Paris down here opening week. They're 6-0. So Paris, Eminence, one of those are probably the best team up to this point that Frankfort High has faced. Frankfort High's got a tall test ahead of them tonight because this quarterback's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. He comes in here. He's already thrown. By the way, Eminence is 4-2 on the year, but not really, and we'll get to that later. They're really kind of 5-1. But their quarterback, Blaze Berry, wears number 5. In 6 games, he's already thrown for over 2,100 yards.
And that breaks down to about 355, 56 yards a game. And we've seen Frankfort High give up some big offensive performances on the defensive side. So they're going to have to come out and be ready to play. It's senior night down here for Frankfort High tonight. First district game. This is the second season, right?
Yeah.
You know, all the games up to this point really don't mean anything except wins and losses. But if you can go 3-1 or 2-1 in your district or 3-0, you're going to be setting nice for that third season, which is the playoffs.
Right. That's exactly right. We mentioned Blaze Berry, their quarterback, but they also have a pretty good receiver. Number 1, Dalton Gambrell. He is averaging 140 yards a game in receptions. So
it
this
sounds like that's his go-to target.
Right, exactly. And, I don't know that we've seen a team that will anticipate pass as much as the Warriors of Eminence will pass tonight on Frankfort High. I mean, it sounds like, or at least it looks like on paper, that's their primary thing. They want to pass the ball first. Then if that won't work, then they'll run it.
And for the most part, the teams we've seen this year, everywhere we've been, with the exception of maybe North Oldham last week, is a run-first offense, and then
they'll pass if they have
filter in the pass game. But, last week we saw North Oldham probably 80-20 pass to run. I look forward to the same thing tonight with Eminence.
Well, you can see the captains out there for Frankfort High. Our captain's Kais Walker. He's 53. Tonight is senior night. He's a senior. 24, Elijah Goins, another senior. Harrison Risk wears number 12, and that last senior there, number 54, is Quentin Ragland. Those are your captains here on senior night at Sauer Field. We've got about 4 minutes until we kick off, so we'll step aside for our final break, and we'll come back with football action here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro. You're in good hands with David Tolles Auto Pro. Bring your vehicle to us for the best repairs in the Frankfort area. 2 locations at 1348 Versailles Road and 515 Duncan Road. And check us out at davidtollesautopro.com.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Welcome back, folks. I still love those David Tolles commercials. They are top notch. All right, the Dirty 30 getting ready to break through the banner here on the top left side of your screen. Shining bright on senior night, the banner says. They'll be coming out of what used to be the Bell Point Elementary School, now the Frankfort High locker room. I know this because I went to first, second, and third grade at Bell Point Elementary School when I was a little tyke. A lot of good memories there.
So we kind of touched on it a little bit. Clint, you said Eminence is 4-2 officially.
Yes.
They had an instance where they actually won their first game of the season against Bellevue, Northern Kentucky. But
a big win, too, 52-18.
But they self-imposed a forfeit for themselves because of an ineligible player for that game. So that dropped them to 4-2. So for all intents and purposes, they're 5-1, but on paper they're 4-2.
Right. That's it's a classy thing to do, to self-report an infraction, which may or may not have been discovered otherwise. But as you said, those non-district games, they don't mean a whole lot anyway.
No, and this year you've got, with the realignment, you've got Frankfort, Eminence, Berea, and Sayre is the district. They kind of went more east, no more Kentucky Country Day in district, but you get Sayre, which is an up-and-coming program in the state, coached by former NFL player Chad Pennington.
Yes.
So they are 6-0.
Yes.
You've got Eminence 4-2, Frankfort at 1-5, and Berea 0-6. Sayre and Berea are playing each other tonight. Then you have Sayre here next week at Frankfort High. And then Frankfort will go, I think, on the road to Berea to end the district play.
So you've got 2 really tough teams in this district with Sayre and presumably Eminence.
High-power offenses.
Yes. So there's Coach Davis. We just saw him turn his back to us there for a second. Eminence is coached by Ryan Jones. And it looks like Will Coblin is going to kick off to the Warriors. There's Will right there. He's the place kicker for the Panthers.
He's had a busy week this week.
Yes, he has. He's a member of the soccer team.
Which they finished runner-up to
Great
Crossing in the district tournament.
They'll be going on to region. Where is the region this year?
Usually the first round is hosted by the ones, and then I'm sure it's probably hosted somewhere in Lexington. It usually is.
We have a flag on the kickoff. We see an Eminence player clapping his hands, so I take it that's against Frankfort High. And we are going to do it again. As we see the white hat smiling there.
Probably a
Offsides. Well, no, they're kicking it from the same spot, from the 40. Huh. They may have kicked off before the refs were ready. Maybe that's why.
should be backed up 5 yards, and that's what the official is saying.
There we go.
There we go.
So we really don't know. It could have been offsides.
Looks like someone may have beat the kicker to the ball.
Yeah, can't do that. He has to get there.
Don't forget to visit the TD's truck located behind the visiting bleachers.
Coblin puts his leg into it. Fielded it around the 10. It's number 7, Austin Bright, a senior for the Warriors. Taking it up to about the 29-yard line. And there's number 5, Blaze Berry.
It's a football name.
I was thinking the exact same thing. You know, it'd be even better if it were flip-flopped, if his name was Barry Blaze. That would be a football name right there. Bunch of guys in motion. Holy mackerel. Now we get reset. Nobody in the backfield, and Frankfort High gets in there for a sack on the very first play from the scrimmage.
Aiden Monroe on the outside linebacker blitz there.
Tackles by Monroe.
Big play there. Panthers setting the bar right there.
17.
You can razzle-dazzle all you want to, but if we get in the backfield, we're taking you down, buddy. Monroe, one of the leading tacklers here on the Panther team. Handoff this time. Gets it back up to the original line of scrimmage plus a couple yards out to the 31. That'll bring up 3rd and about 8.
Good job that time by Eminence, just sweep, fall in the pool and guard out. Getting what they lost on that sack plus a couple more. More manageable 3rd down here.
Landon Smither on the carry. He is their leading rusher. Smither. And Barry connects with his leading receiver, Dalton Gambrell, for a 1st down.
Yeah, and just kind of a little flick of the wrist. Catches it at the stick and then gains, as they call it, the pack. Or yak, I'm sorry.
Yards after catch.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's been a long week.
Hand off this time, but he's wrapped up. Tackle for loss. Charles Nelson, number 72, in there on the tackle for the Panthers. Gets his big mid out there and takes him down. So bring up 2nd and 11. Sperry looks to the sideline. And I think we've got some
Snap infraction against the center. He moved the ball in a snapping motion, but
didn't snap it.
didn't snap it.
Yep, there it was. Our cable 10 cameras right there with the coverage. Showing you what happened.
As a former center, you don't ever want to go back to the sideline after that.
So this pushes them back 5 more yards, 2nd and 16. And that pass is caught by Everett Starks. He's a sophomore, but the Panthers read it well.
Brings up 3rd down.
A nice tackle there by Marion Carter.
Yeah, Carter did a good job staying home out there at the corner for the little wide receiver screen and read it well and only allowed a yard or 2.
So we're going to have our first time out of the game, I believe, right here. As Eminence calls it, and we will step aside as well and come back for some more football here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by J.O. Osborne with the Franklin County Farm Bureau. The Franklin County Farm Bureau's J.O. Osborne wishes all of our local teams a healthy, competitive, and successful season. J.O. and Kentucky Farm Bureau have been insuring Frankfort since 1943. With them on your team, when you experience a loss from an accident or storm, it can be a real game changer.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Back to action here. Plays Barry, and he connects. No, he did not connect. Thought he connected. Landon Smither, but
Good job by Washington that time for Frankfort High getting his hand in there.
yes, Dakio Washington on the defense there. He also happens to be the leading rusher and the leading receiver for Frankfort High, and Eminence will punt it away here. Abraham Munoz with the punt. Gets it down to the 20. And Frankfort High will have their first possession. Did a good job, I thought, Chris. Frankfort did.
Yeah, they allowed that 1 first down and then bend but don't break defense there. Ended up forcing Eminence to punt.
Well, that's a good sign. Handoff goes to Washington. He's going to get the first down. A nice carry there.
Breaks arm tackle there at about the 22, 23-yard line and able to keep going forward and get a first down.
Xavion Knuckles playing quarterback tonight. He's not the usual guy. We have been here previously, Johnson Smith. Xavion keeps it himself, and he's on the run. And all he has to do is outrun some Warriors, and he's going to do it. And he gets in. Frankfort High scores quickly.
Knuckles takes it for the Frankfort touchdown.
Well, Chris, I didn't see this coming.
No, they just run a little option here. And he keeps it. And down the way he goes.
So Frankfort up 6-0 as Coblin comes in to kick the PAT. I think he's been perfect on the year so far. Snap is low. Coblin gets it up. And it's good.
And there was a late flag on the play.
Yes. Personal foul against Eminence, and that'll be reflected on the kickoff. So, Frankfort up 7-0. We'll step aside briefly, come back for more football here on the Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 48 years in business. With over 15 companies to shop from and collectively over 100 years of experience. Call, visit us, or request quotes on BillMcCoyInsuranceAgency.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the original Sauer Field. Clint Goins and Chris Cole here with you. Frankfort High scores first against the Eminence Warriors. They lead 7-0 as Will Coblin will kick off from the 45 of Eminence due to a personal foul.
Probably a touchback.
Or maybe a squib kick. You never know. Yeah, if he puts his foot into it, I'm sure it will be a touchback. And that's what he does. Here's a look at the last series of Eminence when Frankfort High, their defense really stepped up big here.
Yeah, and I said in the pregame show that that's what they were going to have to come out and play some really good defense because they had a tall task ahead of them tonight. And on that first possession, they really proved it.
All right, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Pitch on the outside goes to Starks. He's going to get a few.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
Got 7 or 8 on it.
2nd down.
We're going to give him 8 yards. Oh, nope, then they changed it. We're going to give him 7 yards. We'll go back to him. Right up the middle. Gets the first down and then some. Excuse me, that was Smither. Yes, I apologize.
1st down, Eminence.
Smither doing a good job reading his blocks, navigating his way through traffic. Picks up the first down. Smither slips and falls this time. It wouldn't have mattered much. Monty Hairston was there to tackle him anyway. We got a flag. Smither's slow to get up. Personal foul. No, unsportsmanlike conduct. Huh. I'd like to see that. Is that a pass? That's a pass, right? Unless there were comments at the end, must have been what the unsportsmanlike conduct is. His teammate is trying to help him out, saying, hey, man, stop that. You're going to get whistled. Kevin Jackson, his teammate, and he was right. Barry connects with Gambrel, his #1 receiver.
Yeah, that time, little rollout pass. Gets a good block in the backfield to free him up on that little rollout.
We get offsides against Frankfort High. That'll make it 1st and 5. I've noticed on penalties they haven't been stopping the clock here. You noticed that, Chris?
Well, they stopped it long enough for the ball to set.
Almost picked off. In and out of the hands of Marion Carter. Gambrel, the intended receiver.
Kind of forced that one into double coverage that time. And lucky to walk away with it not going back the other way.
Right. Another flag here. Perhaps a false start. No. Offsides on Frankfort High. Well, they must have lined up in the neutral zone or something because that was really quick.
And that's enough for a first down. So it's 10 free yards Frankfort High has given Eminence on this drive.
Smither with the carry. Picks up about 6.
Ryan Smither on the carry.
Joseph Carter in on the tackle for the Panthers.
Second down.
You're right, Chris. That number 11 is a big tight end.
Big target and hard to bring down,
Yeah.
especially inside the red zone.
Yeah, if he catches it, he's getting into the end zone for sure. So Eminence looks like they're going to go for 2 here. And they get a little bit of assistance. As they will only need to have to go a yard now to get those 2 points. As Frankfort High goes offsides. To Smither, he goes in untouched. The Warriors of Eminence in Henry County take the 1-point lead, 8-7. Back with more football here on the Game of the Week.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 48 years in business. Call, come by, or visit our website for free quotes today.
Here's a look at Coach Stephen Davis and a couple of his players. Number 58 is Joseph Carter. 53 is Kais Walker. It'll be Frankfort High football once Eminence kicks off. They lead this game 8-7. Clint Goins and Chris Cole here with you. Abraham Munoz, the place kicker for the Warriors. Takes his left foot. Picked up by the Panthers. This is Knuckles, and he gets out to about the 37 before he's brought down.
And now will return the ball to the 37-yard line. The Panthers will be starting 1st and 10.
Tries to reverse field, cuts it up the middle, then tries to bounce back out to the outside.
He does a pretty good job of.
Munoz down the field to make the tackle for Eminence.
Wow, don't see that very often. So Knuckles in there again at quarterback. Washington in motion, screen pass, and Frankfort High again on the move early.
And quick hit screen, wide receiver screen here.
It's Camarion Carter.
Eminence might have got away with a late hit out of bounds there.
And off up the middle, no going.
Little counter to Aiden Monroe and number 51.
Shut that down, didn't he?
Monte Mormon.
2nd and
I
short.
think Monte is their leading tackler. But sometimes you got to have those plays just to keep the defense honest.
Tegan Crowdis on the carry.
That's Tegan
Gets
Crowdis.
inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
Just a sophomore.
Just a straight handoff there out of pistol formation.
It's about 4 or 5 on that carry. Good effort, dragging some Warriors with him. So this will bring up 3rd and 6. Washington in motion, and that ball is short and almost picked off. Yes, yes indeed. I think it was Landon Smither over there. Almost. In fact, I think if he'd seen the ball earlier, he would have had it. He was looking at the player and not the ball. Frankfort High kind of in no man's land here, so they're going to go for it. Too close to punt, too far to kick, and they
just got 5 yards.
They get to the Warriors to jump off sides, sure enough. So that'll make it 4th and 1, a lot more manageable.
Penalties against the Warriors moves the ball 5 yards. 4th and 1.
think that was our big tight end, Avery Holland, was the guilty party.
I'd look for a quarterback sneak right here.
Or we can go over tackle. Washington takes it, gets the first down. Probably a good thing because Eminence had the blocks pretty well stacked.
To the 19, and that's good for a
awfully close.
I think he had shoulder bad. I think that forearm just raked across the face. I like this new offense for Frankfort.
You know, they're looking pretty good here in the first quarter. I know it's early. Don't want to jinx them. But wide open receiver, but he dropped the ball. It was Monte Harrison. I think he was thinking touchdown here.
No gain on the play. Second down. Make sure you head to the Panther concession stand where you find all your favorites.
Come up with those. Wide open. I know you're getting ready to get hit.
And he pays his penalty here. Doing some push-ups for dropping the ball. They may add some time back on the clock here because it continued to run after the incomplete pass. Yes, they put 1:15 back on the clock. Knuckles keeps it himself, does a little dancing, gets to the outside.
Knuckles on the carry around the left side.
Doesn't quite get the first down, but gets close.
Near the 12-yard line.
Little stutter step there.
Just to the 12. I think that'll bring up 3rd and 4. That was a really slow developing play. There was a fumble, but they blew it dead beforehand. And we've got someone down on the ground, slow to get up. I think that's Walker. He's up and about now. He's okay.
That to you, Kravis on the carry?
I thought it was Carter Roth, but I'm not really sure. It was either 33 or 22. It was 22. Kravis, yes. But it was like he took the ball and he was almost like walking, like they didn't know that he had it. Now for a first down, 1st and goal from the 5. Knuckles keeps it himself, shakes off one tackler and gets into the end zone.
Flag on the play at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
There's a penalty marker on the
Could be a hold. Let's see what the official call is. Yes, it is a hold. Let's see if we can see it here. Right there. Yep. Right there.
Against the Panthers moves the ball back to the 15-yard line.
You hate that when it takes points off the board.
And it backs you up 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yes.
So first and goal from the 15.
A lot different than first and goal from the 5, isn't it? And off up the middle. Down to the 5-yard line goes Monte Harrison. So he gets the penalty yards back. That'll bring the first quarter to a close. Frankfort High trailing by 1, but knocking on the door here on Cable 10's Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate.
Hello, my name is Greg with Estate Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, Estate Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. Estate Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
Welcome back, folks. It's senior night here at McCutcheon Stadium here in the heart of downtown Belle Point. Frankfort High trailing 8-7 at the end of the first quarter. Beautiful night for football. Probably in the mid-60s. And gonna get colder tomorrow, Chris. But Frankfort High, I think, is playing a pretty good game. I really thought they'd have a real tough time with Eminence, and they may yet. There's only one quarter in the books, but, you know, they are hanging right there with them.
Yep. I've been doing it on both sides of the ball. I think this new offense is really catching Eminence off guard. This is probably something that Coach Davis and them have probably put in this week. You know, going into district play, you know, you've seen a lot of film on Frankfort High, and you've put a little wrinkle in it.
That's right.
A little bit.
That's right.
Because I've seen them line up in wishbone and everything else tonight. So
3rd and goal from the 5. Man in motion. Knuckles with it. He's going to take it himself and is going to get into the end zone easily, untouched. And the Panthers are back in the lead. Knuckles gets some good blocking out there and takes it around the right end. Puts the Panthers back on top. Coblin will come in and take the PAT. Kick is up and good. Frankfort High with the lead, 14-8. We'll step aside briefly and have a kickoff when we come back here. You're watching the Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Traditional Bake. When your business is looking to win, with tough competition around every corner, you need high performers backing you up. Traditional Bake's local team will stand by your side as a trusted partner, your friendly neighbor, and your biggest fan. It's time to make the switch. Traditional Bake, member FDIC.
Welcome back, folks, to the original Sauer Field. They've been playing football down here for a really long time. Frankfort High has been playing football for over 100 years. Not all of those 100 years on this field, but a vast majority have been on this field. There's a look at Stephen Davis in his first year as head coach at Frankfort High, and he's had a rough start, starting off 1-5, but boy, they're looking good tonight so far.
Yeah, would have to say that the first 12, 13 minutes of this game, it's the best I've seen Frankfort play this year.
Yes, yes.
And this is our third time having them.
And that goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Warriors will have the ball at the 20. Yeah, Chris, I really thought that, you know, on paper, Eminence putting up a lot of points, putting up a lot of yards, and so far, the lowest point total Eminence has had was last week when they lost to Washington County 25-54. They've scored other than that, Eminence has put up at least 40 points every week. Handoff there goes nowhere.
But, yes, Eminence has been scoring a lot, but they've also gave up quite a few points even in some of those wins.
Well, they gave up 30 to Pineville, and they gave up 32 to Laverna. That's true. And they gave up 54 in their loss to Washington County. So that's quite a bit. They did hold Owen County to 7 points. The intended receiver there was Austin Bright. But right there is Grayson Fisher to make the tackle in case he did catch it.
Yeah, just out of the reach of Bright. And now you're looking at 3rd and 8 deep in your own territory here. And I got a feeling he may be looking for number 1 here.
You think? I think you're right. That's his favorite receiver. Snap was high, throws it downfield. Oh, and it's broken up. Instead, it was intended for Landon Smither.
A.K.O. Washington again back there breaking up the pass. And that is 2 big defensive plays he's had tonight.
Yes, and that was a well-thrown ball, too, on the run. I mean,
and Smither had it in his hands and was getting
did.
ready to come down with it, and Washington hits him and dislodges the ball from him.
Does what a defensive back is supposed to do. Well played, Mr. Washington. So Munoz will come in to punt it away. And that's between his legs. Could be trouble. Could be a touchdown. I think it is. That's Grayson Fisher. We just called his name a minute ago, and he falls on it in the end zone for a Panther TD. Snap right between the legs of Abraham Munoz. And he never gets it back, and Fisher falls on it right there behind the telephone pole. Coblin back in for the PAT. And we've got whistles. I'm thinking offsides on the Warriors. What are you thinking? They got like they're awful quick, didn't they? Yep.
Good call.
Well, they're not going to decline it. The officials seem like asked Coach Davis he wants to decline it. Well, no, you don't decline it. Got blocked. We want to take it.
Well, it was blown before he kicked.
And this time, Knuckles is going to pick it up and walk into the end zone for 2. Was that a design play or a busted play?
I think it was a design play.
Here's another look at the touchdown right here on the bungled punt attempt that Fisher fell on. But regardless, Knuckles gets a 2-point conversion, 22-8. We'll step aside. Kickoff next here on the Game of the Week. Puts his leg into it, fielded at about the 10, dropped at about the 12, picked back up, but he's not going anywhere. Down at around the 15-yard line. Aiden Monroe in there on the tackle, as well as Elijah Goins.
Tackle on the 16-yard line where Eminence will be starting.
Give him out to about 17.
Well, that's
generous.
Yeah, I think so. I believe that is generous. Quite so, in fact. Blazeberry, the quarterback, and that is
false start.
Did you tell who it was?
I think it was on the center again.
It's a 5-yard infraction, so it'll be 1st and 15. Hand off to Smither.
Maybe gets out to the 15.
And then Smither on the carry around the right side.
Second and 12, maybe.
As you can see, the scoreboard back there still says 1st and 10, but that is not.
Second down.
Berry back to pass. Finds Gambrell, but Gambrell is found by Hairston. Not sure there was any gain at all on that, Chris.
Maybe a yard.
Brings up 3rd down. Timeout, Eminence.
And Eminence calls their second timeout at the half.
9 minutes to go. We'll take it with them. This is the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com. Tune in to Around 10, Frankfort's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on around 10.
Quite frankly, the zaniest morning show you will ever see. It's around 10. Here on Cable 10.
I don't ever get to see it.
At about 10 o'clock. It's because you're working, Chris. That's fine. They do replay it, though, so you can catch it on the replay.
Okay.
It's on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it. Okay? There you go. All right, buddy. It's going to be all right. All right. Laysbury launches it and well over his intended receiver. That time, number 6. And I don't think I've got a number 6 on my roster.
I wonder if it's Stivers.
It could be Stivers.
This is wide receiver, but no number.
Yeah, or it could be Holland, another receiver with no number.
So last time.
Yeah, this didn't work out so well. We got a different kicker this time, however. And the punter that time was Bo White. He's a senior, and it does not go very far.
Yeah, because I think Munoz may have got shaken up a little bit on that last one, trying to get the control of the ball.
I was never a punter, but I cannot imagine what is going through your mind whenever the ball comes in. Because, a punt, even if the timing is perfect, it's still kind of a sketchy sort of thing. You got to catch it, and you got to kick it, and you got a split second to do it. And when the first little thing goes afoul, it's like, uh-oh, this ain't good. Knuckles in at quarterback. Quick pitch, but that's going to be incomplete. Harrison, the intended target.
And that's probably better for Frankfort High that it was incomplete, because
he wasn't going nowhere.
He was going to lose about 4 yards.
Yeah. Xavier Knuckles, the quarterback tonight. Jonathan Smith, excuse me, had been the quarterback, and we've not seen him tonight. We don't know why he's not in there. We don't know if he's sick or injured or what. But Knuckles doing a pretty good job. Hands off to Washington. Washington gets it close to the 10-yard line.
So delay handoff that time.
Penalty marker on the field.
And able to get it off the right side.
And it's coming back. It's all coming back.
Clint was told that Jonathan Smith is on the sideline with arm and something.
Oh, okay.
So,
Ball's placed at the 45-yard line.
You said Clint was told that? Okay. I said, I'm Clint, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't told that. Okay. Here's another look at it. So this is going to bring up 2nd and 25, I think.
2nd and 15. And they run the exact same play.
And this time he gets in. Assuming there's no flags on the play. Don't see any. Delakio Washington. Is that his first touchdown tonight?
It is his first touchdown.
He's had some big plays, particularly on defense.
Different formation, same play. This time out of the wishbone.
The reason I thought it was 2nd and 25, I thought he got it down to the 10-yard line. on the original carry. But maybe he did, maybe it was the 20. Anyway, the kick is up and good. Frankfort High, 29-8 over the Eminence Warriors. More football coming up here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Call David Tolles Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Tolles Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
Clint Goins and Chris Cole here with you at the original Sauer Field. It's Stephen Davis, head coach at Frankfort High School, enjoying a lead right now, 29-8 over the 5-1 Eminence Warriors, or excuse me, 4-2 Eminence Warriors. That ball picked up at the right the goal line. I don't know why he didn't let that go into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, now Eminence starting off inside the 5.
We're going to look at the blocking downfield here for Frankfort High. And that guy there, I don't know who that was, but he was taking his man all the way to the dirt.
Eminence with their back against the wall here, starting inside their own 5.
Yes. It's the big tight end, and on the tackle was Crowdis, but boy, Crowdis paid the price for it, didn't he? Avery Holland, number 11 there, caught that ball and lowered his shoulder, and boom, Crowdis, he'll feel that tomorrow. Leesbury fires again. Maybe a first down, but a nice tackle by Carter for Frankfort High. Smither on the reception. I'm not sure he got it. Did he get it? Did he get first down?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, they're saying he did. They gave it to him. Hand off to Smither. Wiggling around. He's going to pick up about 5. A fumble. Frankfort High says they have it, and so does the white hat official. Wow. Things are just not working out for the Warriors so far tonight. Here's another look. Smither has it there, and it's just ripped out of his hand.
Just took it from him.
Marion Carter just takes the ball out of his hand. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Panthers ball, 1st and 10 at the Warrior 18-yard line.
They fake the handoff. They pitch it to Washington instead, and Washington is going to take it. Did he get in? Did he get in?
He did, but there's a flag for either a block in the back or a hold on Frankfort High.
That's something the Panthers are going to need to clean up as the season progresses, because This is going to be the third time that penalties have taken points off the board.
You cannot pull back of the jersey.
And credit to the Warriors player for making sure the official saw that. He was held. Boy, he gave an Academy Award performance.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't blame him either. I'm giving him credit. Good job. You gotta, you gotta sell it. It's like a charge in basketball. I mean, you've got to fall and flop and make sure the official knows.
Washington again, this time on the right side.
Ball just inside the 10-yard line. Washington's got his hands on his knees. I think Coach Davis is going to call timeout just to give his players a little bit of a rest here. 6:20 to go in the first half. The Panthers up 29-8 here on the Game of the Week.
Hey, that was my friend Logan's soccer coach. Why'd you wave at her?
Because she's also our Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent. She's the one that helped us get our house fixed after that big storm last year.
Well, that explains the name of their team.
Which is?
The Storm.
Good one.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Welcome back, folks. Clint Goins, Chris Cole here with you at Sauer Field. Frankfort High with the lead. We put it up in the air and it's knocked right back down into the ground.
Bring up third down.
I feel if they don't get it, they may bring Coblin in to kick. This is in his range.
I think so.
Well, they may be right. Hopefully, we won't need to find out. Knuckles to Washington, and he's going to get it down to about the 6. Oh, wasn't quite there.
Washington on the carry. Up the middle. Down to the 8-yard line.
We may have another timeout here if they don't get it played out.
Timeout for measurement.
That's what they do. Frankfort High calls another timeout, their second of the half. Oh, no, excuse me. There's a measurement. So, and it's a first down.
So first and goal inside the 7.
Big break there for the Panthers. Knuckles keeps it himself. Fighting, picks up about maybe 3.
Inside the 5.
Panthers didn't quite get the blocking they needed on that.
You get inside that 10, the defense is
compressed a little bit.
And it's a little tougher to get everybody blocked the right way. Defense is more downhill running, and
they don't have to protect that long pass because it ain't going to be a long pass. Washington in motion. Oh, picked off in the end zone. That's the aforementioned number 6. It's either Kevin Stivers or Joshua Holland. Probably Kevin Stivers since he's a junior. Nice pass, but a nice read. And he
Knuckles
gets it.
Telegraphed his pass there.
He
He
did.
watched him the whole way.
He did. But, again, why he didn't just go down and get a touchback. Instead, he runs it out. I know, he's in high school. That's what high school kids do. I was in high school once too, Chris. I know. We don't always make the wisest decisions. So it's going to be Warrior ball on about the, what, the 3?
3 or 4, yeah.
I believe that goes to Smither. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4.
Shooting out to near the 7-yard line.
I'm a little bit surprised that Eminence is not passing the ball as much as I thought that they would. They have really decided to run it most of the time.
Well, this situation, I don't know that you really want to pass.
When you're deep in your own territory, yeah. I understand that.
Now, they could do that little short pass to Holland again. He's proven to be a big target in short yardage situations.
We'll put it up there, and is that pass interference? It could be close.
Shouldn't be. It should be an uncatchable ball.
No flag on the play. Everett Starks, the intended receiver. It was over his head. But boy, that was close, though. I mean, he could have. You know, I don't know. That could have gone either way. Frankfort High forcing it, but there was no flag. I think this is 4th down again, punting situation, and that almost blocked. That was Bo White again on the punt. It's picked up by Washington, and he doesn't get anywhere. But the Panthers will have a good field position. I think they're around the 40 of Eminence with just a little bit over 3 minutes to go. And they have 2 timeouts. Yes,
Eminence has 1 and Frankfort has 2.
And the fact is, Frankfort High really hasn't taken a long time to score. Their drives have been pretty quick. Handoff to the first man up the middle. Is that Crowdus?
That's Crowdus. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Out of the bone. Old
you
school
like that
football.
wishbone, don't you?
I do.
I'll have to admit I like it too.
As they used to say, let the bone roll.
They give it to the first man again. Was that Crowdus also again? No. That's Monroe, I believe. And another 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's going to bring up third and about 3.
Yeah, you run that 4 times and get 3 yards, that's a first down.
That's right. You are right. Washington has it. And I believe he has the first down. We'll stop the clock while they move the chains. And now they're running the clock.
As soon as that ball is set. Frankfort has ran 3 straight times up the middle. Look for them to try maybe bounce something outside here.
We're going to throw it. It's Hairston with the catch, but he doesn't get much, and the clock will continue to roll until Frankfort High calls a timeout. And we will step aside as well for perhaps our last timeout of the first half. You're watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 48 years in business. Call, come by, or visit our website for free quotes today. Tune in to Around 10, Frankfort's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on Around 10.
Welcome back, folks. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll have the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show. It will include some replays from the first half and some other stuff. Was that Washington that time? No, Knuckles in at quarterback. I believe he connected to Maxwell Jones. Yes, clock continues to run. Frankfort High is going to call their third and final timeout. And we'll just keep it here. We're just 30 seconds. Chris, how close do they have to be to get Coblin in to kick? What do you think his range might be? I mean, if he kicks from there, you're talking roughly 40-yarder. And I think that might be out of his range. Plus, not only that, but you got to stop the clock.
Yeah, now
Probably
you're
to
talking
get your
getting
field
out
goal.
of bounds
Yeah.
or getting a good play, getting the ball spiked. love for Frankfort High to possibly take a shot here.
At the end zone. You know, we saw the fans there. There's not a whole lot of people in attendance. Of course, this is fall break. That's why you don't see the band there. You know, a lot of students are they're out on fall break, enjoying other things, but they're missing a good football game if you're a Frankfort High fan. We hope you are watching it on YouTube, wherever you are. They throw it up. Oh, my goodness. Pass intended once again to Jones. Between his hands, it's going to be 4th down, and
official time on the field.
That's a catchable ball. As they say, hit him in a bad place, right in his hands. And we've got a player down on the ground. That's Kais Walker, one of their captains tonight, and that'll be a big loss if he's going to come out of the game and unable to return. So hopefully everything is going to be okay. He's not grimacing too bad, but the fact that they're looking at his leg, never a good sign. While they take a look at him, we'll step aside. Well, nope, wait. He's setting up and getting up. And he's hobbling off. So we'll just keep it here, folks.
Looks like he's holding a calf, maybe a cramp.
Could be. It's been warm this week, and it's not necessarily warm tonight. He's on the left end of the line right there in the orange shirt. And he just, nothing really happens. He just starts to hobble. Good pickup there, Doug Crow, our replay producer.
He's got a mustard pack in his hand. That's cramp.
So. Well, Chris, we're going to kick it.
36-yard field goal attempt.
So this will be a 36-yard attempt here.
And that is blocked. It's blocked, and it could be picked up and run back, but it's not going to be. And Aiden Monroe comes down to put him down, but I think there's going to be a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct here, or personal foul.
Yeah, and so add 15 yards.
Yeah, and now you've put the Warriors in there. With the block was number 50, Matthew Roby of Eminence. And on the pickup was Everett Starks.
15-yard penalty moves the ball down to the 27.
Yeah, sometimes it's those little things that just have to drive a coach batty. You know, did you have to do that? You just gave him 15 yards. You made the tackle. There was no reason to get up and push him back down.
So now you're looking at 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Yes, with, a quarterback that we believe is a pretty good quarterback. He's thrown for over 2,100 yards this season in just 6 games. Puts it up. It's through the hands of his favorite receiver, Dalton Gambrell.
Took off running before he caught.
Well thrown ball. I mean, I will say this. I'm still impressed by Blaze Berry, the quarterback, number 5. It's just that his teammates have not been helping him out a whole lot. And there's been some good defensive plays by Frankfort High.
Yeah, Frankfort High has played maybe their best defensive half of the year that we've seen.
Trip stack to the left. Barry on the run, throws it out there. He connects.
Pass is complete to Austin Bright.
Austin Bright
That is
brought down,
half of play. Your score,
but that's going to be the last play of the first half. It comes to an end.
If he had went down when he first caught it, Eminence might have been able to get a timeout.
Did they have one left?
They had one left.
They did? Okay, yeah. There's the score, folks. 29-8 at halftime. The Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show coming up next here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Welcome back, folks, to the Cable 10 Game of the Week, the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show. I'm Clint Goins. Chris Cole here with me. We had at the beginning of the night, we had the senior players introduced. They're going to do something here. Just
Probably
like,
cheerleaders.
Probably so. As we look at some highlights from the first half, Frankfort High looking pretty good here tonight. I mean, this is not at all what I expected. As you said, probably the best half of football we've seen the Panthers play this year. Eminence with their only touchdown right there, the big number 11, Holland. They get a 2-point conversion. But Frankfort High doing a good job running the ball, doing a good job on defense. A couple of penalties that may have taken some points off the board. Knuckles doing a good job in the quarterback. And here's the between the wickets fumble recovery in the end zone by Fisher. And then I still don't know if that's a design play or a busted play, but Knuckles takes it in for 2. Washington has had a good night, scores here, but really playing good on defense. And the Panthers have the lead, 29-8. What do they have to do to win, Chris? Keep it up?
Keep playing the way they are. Keep executing on the offensive side of the ball. Keep their coverage going that they're doing on defense. They've really shut down the pass of Eminence and forcing them to try to run the ball. And the defensive and offensive line, for the most part, of Frankfort High has played the best. I've been pretty critical of them this year in the games that we've had. And they've played, the whole team has played the best half that they've played all year. But that offensive defensive line, they've had several tackles in the backfield on running plays. And they just keep executing. They're going to walk away 1-0 in district.
That'd be big. That'd be really big. Because we know that Sayre is a good team. They're 6-0. And they're probably going to be the #1 team in the district. And you don't want to be the #4 team playing
and have to play them first week of the playoffs.
Right, exactly. Well, folks, it looks like we're going to have some senior night festivities. We'll step aside and we'll let Ken Mitchell, the PA announcer, take over from here. And we'll come back with second half action right after the rest of the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show.
She's cheered at FHS for 2 years. Advice to your team, it's not about how much power you have, it's about what you do with it. Love you guys. Honors and activities, cheer, choir, and pep club. Plans after FHS, going to college and getting a master's degree in criminal justice. And the most memorable Panther moment, all of our memories are memorable, but my favorite has got to be the moment after we won competition. You can just tell our work paid off. Senior cheerleader Tatiana Renee Grace Hunter. Our next cheerleader, Jemiah Lanice Rayner. Being escorted by her mom, Siobhan Sanford, dad, Tony Sanford, brother, Brandon Wright. Cheered at FHS for 3 years. Advice to the team, just do what you're supposed to. It's that simple. And stay tight. Love you all. Make me proud. Honors and activities, cheer, choir, pep club, gear up ambassadors. Plans after FHS, attend college, hopefully out of state for business and accounting. Most memorable Panther moment, it's never a dull moment on this team, but if I had to pick, it would be our team being silly and joking around with Sarah, Corey, and Nay at practices. Senior Jemiah Lanice Rayner. Our next senior, Maya Joyce Robinson, escorted by her mom Amber, dad Ronnie, siblings Anthony and Eliana, Nay Michelle. She's cheered at FHS for 3 years, and advice to the team, there might be hard practices. Corey and Sarah might make you so mad to the point that you want to quit, but don't promise all the memories are worth it at the end. Risa, don't let anyone stop you from shining, sis. I love you to the moon and back. 4L, honors, activities, track, basketball, pep club, NHS and beta, gear up ambassador, plans after FHS. She plans to go to college and major in exercise science. Most memorable Panther moment, all the memories are memorable, but when my sister Risa came to the high school and could cheer with me. Risa, don't let anyone stop you from shining, sis. I love you to the moon and back. Backyardigans. 4L. Maya Joyce Robinson. Our next senior, Camille Deshay Stone. She's being escorted by her mom, Deidre Stone, dad, Tony Jones, brother Cameron, Liv, baby Ty, and nieces and nephews. Cheered at FHS for a year, and advice to the team, always have a positive attitude and have fun. Honors and activities, cheer and pep club. Plans after FHS, she plans to attend Tennessee State University and study in dental hygiene. She'd like to go to cosmetology school also. Most memorable Panther moment when they fell off the basket. Camille Deshay Stone. And let's hear for our senior cheerleaders. And now our senior dancer, Samaya Minion, being escorted by her dad Simeon, brothers Kmar and JoJo, cousin Mary, other sports activities, soccer, beta club, softball. Favorite memory, going to Casa with the team after Panther Dance Day. Plans after graduation, go to college and major in business. Special thanks, Dad. Thank you for always being there for me. I love you more than life itself. Coach Taylor, thank you for making dance so fun for me. Even though it's both of our first years on the FHS dance team, you've made it very special for me, and I appreciate everything you do for us girls. Senior dancer, Samaya Minion. Let's have a big round of applause for your senior cheerleaders and senior from the dance team.
Welcome back, everyone, to the original Sauer Field. We want to say hello to our friends down on Bourbon on the Banks. We understand there's some TVs along Broadway or other places in the festival this weekend, and they've got tonight's football game on down there. So, hi, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you're a Frankfort High fan, you're probably enjoying a good time because the Panthers are playing pretty well.
Clint got a score update from down in Somerset as County's down there playing Pulaski Southwestern. Southwestern's up 14-10.
14-10. Well, I think you said a couple weeks ago this might be their biggest competition all year long.
Especially from when district started to the end of the season. Now they still have GRC on the last week of the regular season too. So,
but neither one of those games are district games, the Knights or GRC. So we got a flag, probably a hold here on Frankfort High. I want to give a shout out to my friend Bo Craycraft, who has told me that I have been pronouncing Mr. Washington's name wrong all along. That might be a face mask. No, it wasn't a face mask. It's DeKeo, not Dakeo. My apologies. And it's Camarian Carter, I believe. If I'm wrong, Bo, text me. Spell it out for me. Help me put the right emphasis on the correct syllable.
Harrison on the carry crosses the 40 to the 44-yard line. And that's good for a first down.
Harrison on the carry, and Ken Mitchell, the PA announcer here, says that's a first down. I think he's a little premature. Just a little premature. Uh-oh, screen pass, and I don't think they got the first down then either.
No.
That was dangerous right there. Good catch there by Carter.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, he got the line of scrimmage and maybe another football length beyond that, but he's still about a foot short. 3rd down. Harrison was in motion. He sets to give the ball to Crowdis, and Crowdis may be short also. Right now, the offense is just not creating the holes. It's a nice tackle there by Monte Mormon, 51, the leading tackler for Eminence.
4th and a football and a half.
That sounds about right.
Let's say Eminence is going to play this up toward the middle.
They're going to give it to Crowdis again, and he is not going to make it. Landon Smither in on the tackle for the Warriors of Eminence High School. Yeah, on this series of downs, the Warrior defensive line has dominated the Panther offensive line, and it's a turnover on downs.
Roby was the first man in the backfield for Eminence.
Number 5 is Blaze Berry. Comes into this game connecting 118 times out of 185 pass attempts, and there's another one that he connects with. And that goes to number 6. We think that's Kevin Stivers. We're not really sure. We just think that's who that is. He didn't see hardly any action until midway through the second quarter. Number 6. High snap. Berry puts it up. Connects to his tight end, Avery Holland, number 11. He's just a junior, Chris, but I got a feeling Avery is going to be playing somewhere on Saturdays here a couple of years from now, because there's a lot of potential in a guy that size.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him run any really deep downfield routes.
No, but he's been targeted 3 times, and he's caught every one of them.
Those underneath little 5- and 7-yard curls.
Berry rolls to his right, throws it up there. Well beyond his intended receiver. I think that was Dalton Gambrell, number 1.
But that was a good decision there by Berry. He put it past the defenders to really where his player was the only guy that was going to be able to get to that, if anybody did.
Berry looks over to the sideline, looks at his coach, Ryan Jones. The play call, pitch to his left. And that's going to be fumbled, picked up by Holland. He is still on his feet, but they finally blow it dead.
Just in the right place at the right time.
Yes. That is a pass, technically a completion. And Holland picks it up and just is dragging people down the field.
And still never went down.
I know. Gets it down to about the 12-yard line. Oh, through the hands of his receiver, Gambrell.
That time Berry looked right, looked off his receivers, came back to the left. Gambrell just unable to pull that one in.
Yeah, I think Berry has done a good job. His teammates are kind of letting him down just a little bit. He's only overthrown his targets a couple of times. There's Holland way up there. He was hollering for it that time. Makes the easy catch, gets a touchdown. He's 4 for 4 on his receptions.
It's his second touchdown reception of the night.
Had his hand up there briefly. Like, throw it to me, man, I'm open. And he was, and it looks like they will go for 2 again. They were successful previously. Breeze falls down. There is
penalty marker on the field.
A flag on the play, but I got a feeling that's going to be a hold, which the Panthers would decline, and they do. And The Warriors will not be able to convert. He just lost his footing there. And the score will remain 29-14. We'll come back with a kickoff after this on the Game of the Week.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
Welcome back, folks. At the end of this game, we're going to have the play of the game, and it's brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard, the Hubbard team with Exit Realty Crutcher. Clint Goins and Chris Cole here with you at Sauer Field in the heart of downtown Belle Point. For perhaps our most exciting game of the week this season, Chris. Squib kick there, picked up by one of the upbacks. Is that Knuckles?
It is Knuckles.
He brings it out to about the 46-yard line. Not bad field position for the Panthers, but they're going to have to do a better job moving the ball than they did their last series of games.
Yeah, last time Frankfort had the ball, they went, was it 3 and out?
Well, no, they went 9 yards on first down.
4 and out.
And then, then just the next 3 yards, they went nowhere. Or next 3 downs, rather. They went nowhere. Knuckles on the keeper. Picks up about 4 before he's brought down.
Knuckles on that carry, crossing in the 50-yard line to the Warrior 49.
"17 with the tackle. I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. It's Ronnie Heitzman. Heitzman wears 17 or 41, depending on if they're home or away. So apparently 17 it is his away jersey. That's going to be awfully close to a first down. And that is DeCayo Washington. I think I'm finally saying his name right.
And it did get enough for the first down.
Knuckles brings the play in. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself around the right side, gets it down to the 36.
And I think there was a flag on the play on the far side of the field.
Well, I hope it's not against Frankfort High, because that's just, yes, it is. And the thing is that, there's no reason to hold over there. It's so far away from the action.
Frankfort High kind of shooting themselves in the foot on a couple of drives tonight with penalties.
Yes. And a fumble. And a loss of another couple of yards as Washington never really had the ball. So second down and a long way to go.
Look, this is only a two-possession game.
I know. Frankfort High needs to make sure it doesn't get complacent here. I believe that was Hairston, but he doesn't really get anywhere, and he's slow to get up. And taps the back of his thigh. So we have another
cramping
situation this late in the year, here in early October.
Well, like you said earlier, it has been warm this week.
It has been. It has been.
We need some of that high quality H2O.
That's true. Before tonight's game got started, we had senior night recognizing the senior football players. There's 24. That's Elijah Goins. No relation that I know of. But Ragland was in there. There's 21 is William Coblin. His brother is just, I think, a freshman or a sophomore. He was in the picture there, but he's not a senior. But he was part of the family coming out there. Be a big senior night win for the Panthers if they can hang on here.
Big third down here.
And there's, speaking of big, there's Avery Holland, big number 11. Washington, and he's got some room. He breaks that tackle, cuts back, and I think he's going to pick up the first down. Gets down inside the 40.
Ball being placed at the 39-yard line in Warrior territory.
Stays in bounds. Fourth and...
Oh, I was incorrect. Yeah, not a first down. In fact, far from it. Still has about 6 yards to go. And they get the offsides again. This is the second time tonight. Oh, they didn't call it. And that's going to be a false start. I can't believe we didn't call the offsides on Eminence.
They may not have crossed the plane.
Crossed the plane? May not have. I don't know that guy on the near side here. Their left end, I thought for sure he was across. But, and there at the very last was the illegal procedure. So now it's going to bring up 4th and 11. Will the Panthers punt it away here? Looks like they are. Coblin is going to come back to punt the ball. Nice snap. Gets it off. Gets a nice Panther bounce. And they're going to down it inside the 20. And I think we have another senseless penalty. Dead ball personal foul against Frankfort High. There's just no, there was just no reason for that. Why would you do that? And that is a senior. Gotta be smarter than that. Stuff like that costs you ball games.
The 33, first and 10, Eminence.
So a free 15 yards for.
Yeah, instead of having
Eminence.
it inside the 20, they're going to have it at about the 35. So from the 33. Blaze Berry drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket. It's a little bit short of his intended receiver. Kenyon Faree, the sophomore wide receiver. His first target of the night.
That's one of those that should have been caught.
Well, it was thrown a little short down around his feet. Good catch by Smither. Tackled by Hairston.
Pass is complete to Smither.
First down, Eminence.
In Panther territory, down to the.
Barry does a really good job throwing on the run.
He does. And that's all arm. I think both of his feet were up in the air when they let go of the ball.
Yeah, there's no stepping into it. Guess who?
Holland. Big catch
Pass is complete.
by Avery Holland.
Down to the 10-yard line, first down.
Low snap, good job by Barry. And the big guy's got some soft hands.
He does. He's been targeted 5 times, and he's caught every one.
2 touchdowns.
Third quarter coming to a close here, probably the last play, and Barry throws an interception. There's a flag on the play, but the KO Washington is off to the races. It could be against Eminence. If that's the case, then Washington has scored a touchdown for Frankfort High. But we'll have to wait and see what the flag is all about.
Interception by Washington. Penalty against Eminence. Taken by the Panthers.
I missed the call, but they do say touchdown, Frankfort High. It's tipped in the end zone, and the KO Washington grabs it and outruns everybody else.
100
for
yards
6 points.
return.
What a turn of events for Frankfort High. Here's a good look at Mr. Washington. I suspect we'll have the PAT here before we go to a break. Yes, we are. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 14. Panthers on top here on the game of the week.
Frankfort 36, Eminence 14.
Here's what people are saying about a state tree service.
They're honest, have experienced staff, fair rates, and I trust the quality of their work.
They were professional and courteous, and cleanup of the job site was great.
They are prompt, reliable, and they always make sure I'm satisfied, which is why when I have tree care needs, I call a state tree service.
Our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair price to Central Kentucky. Go online or give us a call for a free quote.
Welcome back, folks. Clint Goins, Chris Cole here with you with the game of the week. There's some fans and cheerleaders here on senior night at Frankfort High School. Here's the last play. It's thrown up. Holland tips it and hits Washington in the helmet, and he makes the grab and runs it back for 6, making it a 3-possession game. What a turnabout of events here at Sauer Field. William Coblin. Here again, why would you not just let that ball go into the end zone and take the ball at the 20? Instead, you're down at the, well, now you're going to give the ball to 25 because of unsportsmanlike conduct. Again, another senseless penalty by Frankfort High. They have got to clean that up, Chris.
Well, I mean,
you make a good tackle. There's no point in doing that.
Free 15 yards. Multiple times tonight.
I mean, you lead the game, and you've gotten lucky so far, but, you know, you can't depend on luck. Luck sometimes runs out.
I agree. And you better be glad your defense has come to play tonight.
Yes, that's true. And they have. They've done good. We have whistles. I don't see a flag, but we have officials discussing. Well, still don't know what happened. It's 1st and 10 for the Eminence Warriors. Blaze Berry back to pass, puts it up, and is it picked off again? Did Fisher get it? No. What? Let's see here. Here's another look at it from our Whitehead Hancock instant replay. Did he get his hands underneath of it? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. But I think the call on the field was interception. There is no replay in high school football. Here's another look at it. He got his hands underneath of it, but whether it hit the ground or not, we really can't tell.
So incomplete pass.
Well, no, they said he got it, didn't he?
No.
They did say incomplete pass. Okay, my apologies. I thought the call was interception. Blaze Berry. Good defensive effort by the Panthers there. Goins is over there, ready to make the play. Pass thrown a little bit behind Landon Smither. So bring up 3rd and 10 for Blaze Berry and the Eminence Warriors.
Don't forget to help the Second Street School cheerleaders. Their bake sale going on now down by the concession stand.
Pitch to the left, but a nice tackle by the Panthers. I couldn't see who that was. Who was that made that? Good job staying home.
Ball placed at the 32.
That's Carter.
4th down.
Camarian Carter.
Fourth and 4.
And Eminence has decided that that time dictates that they need to go for this. Barry throws it up to his big receiver, Holland, but he's not going to have enough.
He got it.
Passes complete.
Did he?
41, 1st and 10, Eminence.
I was looking at the wrong yard marker. I know that surprises you, Chris. Barry rolls out to the left, and it is picked off once again. And Hairston needs to cool it here. And make a good play. There's no reason to stare down the quarterback, and his teammates did a good job going in there and telling him to cool it. A little over 10 minutes to go. Frankfort High in command, but the main thing here is not to turn the ball over. Knuckles keeps it himself, but he is dragged down. That's Heitzman, the sophomore, with the tackle for loss.
Knuckles tried the bootleg rollout. And good job by Eminence that time. Reading it, picking it up, and hitting for a loss.
Frankfort High calls timeout, probably to avoid a delay of game penalty. We'll step aside as well. The Panthers lead 36-14 over the Warriors on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
David Toll's Auto Pro customers can't go anywhere without him. No matter where life takes you, the David Toll's Auto Pro nationwide warranty is by your side.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Quickly back to action here. Another tackle for loss. I think that ball went to Crowdis. And he doesn't get anywhere. Matthew Roby in on the tackle for the Warriors. And Frankfort High's offense, again, sputtering here.
3rd and long.
Next week, folks, we'll be at Western Hills, where they take on district opponent North Oldham.
Homecoming.
Oh, is it really? Homecoming. Wow. Knuckles goes back, puts it up in the air, and it's going to be picked off.
Pass is intercepted.
Unfortunate, but really, it's kind of the same as a punt.
Ball placed at the 32-yard line, where Eminence will be starting 1st and 10.
First and 10 here for Blaze Berry and the Eminence Warriors. Quick little shuffle pass. So maybe Harrison was upset because the Warrior player put his foot on the back of his helmet. So. But I will say, even still, you just gotta let that roll off your back like water off a duck,
Pass attempt is incomplete. 3rd down.
Because it's the best you can hope for is a neutral outcome, which that was. But you're never gonna get a positive.
The second guy.
Yeah. The best you can hope for is nothing will happen. Fake the handoff. Blazeberry flushed out, throws on the run to his big receiver, Holland. If I were Coach Jones, I think I would throw to him half the time.
And I don't know how he's getting so wide open as many times as Berries went to him tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's within 5 yards of him.
And he has caught every ball.
Except the one that was tipped and intercepted.
That's true. And of course, the thing, would you want to get within 5 yards of him? And look how much bigger he is than everybody else.
He's the size of a lineman.
if I'm a defensive back, I don't want to be within 5 yards of him either. That was dangerous there. That was dangerous. That could have been picked off. I think that was Stivers, perhaps, the intended receiver. And he tipped it up in the air, and had a defensive back been nearby, it could have been picked off.
Frankfort High has done a really good job on Gambrel tonight.
They have. He's their leading receiver, averaging 140 yards a game, and I bet you he hasn't got 20 yards this game.
Pass is incomplete. Third down.
The clock is stopped right now, but time is running out for Eminence. Nice little screen pass there. There's Gambrel. Makes the catch, but still not enough for the first down.
A little wide receiver screen here.
Well executed. I believe that was Crowdus in on the tackle.
Oh yeah, 4th and 5.
And the clock continues to run. And it's a 3-possession game.
We'll say he's going to number 11.
I would. And he does, and it's caught, and he's still on his feet, and he gets down to about the 20.
And that was low and away from him. Good job bringing that in.
Yeah. Holland has really impressed me tonight.
But Eminence, a little slow for you're down 3 scores, 5.5 minutes to go. I would be.
Oh my goodness, had him wide open. They just, they weren't singing from the same page in the hymnal. If Gambrel would have cut the other way, that would have been a touchdown. Should Eminence score here, I foresee an onside kick. Don't forget, folks, at the end of the game, we'll have the play of the game brought to you by the Hubbard team, Tim and Rebecca Hubbard of Exit Realty Crutcher. He's looking again, flushed out. Oh, through the hands of Everett Starks. We haven't called Starks' name much this half. He had a pretty good first half. But that could have been very close to a touchdown as well had he caught the ball. And maybe that's why he didn't catch the ball, is that he was feeling a little bit anxious. Blazeberry, you don't see him tuck it and run very often, but he does this time. And gets close to the first down, but I don't think he quite make it. Good sportsmanship there by a Frankfort High player.
4th and yard and a half, 4th and 2.
Kevin Jackson in on the tackle there for the Panthers. Landon Smither, he's going to get the first down. I believe Eminence still has all 3 of their timeouts left. I think Coach Jones has I think he just kind of realized that this is not going to be a win, and we're just going to sit back and try to work on our offense. Touchdown there for the Warriors. Austin Bright, senior wide receiver. Here again, Blaze Berry. I mean, that's all arm, folks. That is all arm. Once again, I think both of his feet were in the air when he threw the ball. They will go for 2 as they have the previous times. And that's tipped away by Crowdis. Looks like it was intended for Gambrel, but Crowdis got his mitts in there and knocked it away. Right there. No, that wasn't Crowdis. Who was that? That was somebody else got it first. I think it may have been him. Crowdis hit it second. So, 3:38. Panthers on top. We'll be back with more football after this.
At FPB, we work around the clock to ensure clean, safe, great-tasting water makes its way reliably to your home or business. The EPA recently required all public water systems to have a service line inventory completed by 2024, and we need your help to determine what type of service line you have. Your help can greatly speed the process, reduce costs, and keep rates more affordable for everyone.
.338 to go. Frankfort High up 36-20. It's not totally out of reach here for Eminence. Munoz is back in the game. We have not seen him kick since that
He took the last kickoff.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, I noticed
okay.
he was back in.
This may be an onside or a squib kick. We'll see. This little pooch kick picked up by the Panthers. Hairston. Eminence can stop the clock 3 times, but they will need to score twice to tie the game. I think if Frankfort High can get, I'm not sure 1 first down will do it. It may take 2 first downs. Xavier Knuckles has been your quarterback tonight for Frankfort High, filling in for Johnson Smith, and I think he's done a pretty good job, Chris.
Yep, I do too.
Hands it off to DeKeo Washington. He Fights ahead for a couple. Eminence may not use any of their timeouts until they can stop the Panthers and get the ball back. Hand off to Washington again, and he's going to be close to a first down.
I think he's got it.
The 47-yard line.
And they do give the first down, and they say run the clock. Chris, it seems like Hairston is just asking for it.
He's been living on the edge all night, hasn't he?
Nice tackle in the backfield. We think number 6 is Kevin Stivers. Snap off to the right. Knuckles, after that slight delay, just couldn't get around the end. And I believe Eminence is going to call a timeout now. With 1:53 left to go in the game, we'll step aside as well. This is the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
FPB delivers more value to our customers with Watch TV Everywhere. It's the free extra service that lets you watch favorites from your TV package on the go. Take a few minutes to sign up at fpb.cc and you'll be all set to explore many channels and on-demand shows on any internet-connected computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Watch TV Everywhere. Another great way FPB delivers the choice, convenience, and value you want.
The Frankfort High Panthers just a minute and 53 seconds away from getting their first district win this year in their first district game. It will be a big win if they can hang on and pull it off here at Sauer Field.
How big is that going to be next week?
Well, you know, I've not seen Sayer play. I don't know who Sayer has played. Frankfort High this time calls a timeout. We'll just keep it right here for a little bit, and we'll talk about that. Have you, well, I know you haven't seen Sayer play because you've been here with me every week. But, you know, if you, after seeing Frankfort High and the improvements they've made tonight, what's your gut feeling?
I think Sayer's a better team overall. What really concerns me about Frankfort moving forward, as well as they've played tonight, this is the best we've seen them play. The senseless penalties.
Yes.
And
that is, as a fan, that's frustrating. And as I'm sure as a coach, it is too.
Yes. And you probably gave Eminence
150 yards
in senseless penalties.
Yeah.
So
I got a feeling Sayer will make you pay for that dearly. if you do that next
And
week.
you're going to be facing the best quarterback you've seen this year. The Pennington kid is good.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, he comes from a good stock, as they say, since his dad played in the NFL. Grayson Fisher with the carry. That time we got a minute 45. I couldn't tell if Frankfort High called that timeout and Eminence did. Eminence called the timeout. So both teams have one timeout remaining. But you're right. The senseless penalties, they've just got to stop. They just have to stop. And I know that, you know, they're high school boys, but there comes a time where you got to grow up. You got to grow up or you're going home and not playing football anymore. Knuckles gets it off. Wow, what a big catch for a first down. But again, they got to stop that jawing. That's Harrison Risk. His first catch of the game, I believe. And that just might do it. That just might do it. Eminence can stop the clock one more time, but
yeah, if I'm Frankfort, I'm
taking
a
knees
knee.
here. Yeah, they don't appear to be doing that. Maybe they don't think they have enough time to do that, but I would be. And looky here, see, you don't take a knee, and what happens? You turn it over. There's still life for the Warriors. Boy, this is high school football, folks. It is unpredictable. Smither picks it up when Fisher coughs it up. And it's going to be Warrior football with 1:11 left to go in the game. Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't just take a knee. Victory formation.
Yeah, you had a minute 20 to go. You snap it at the very last second or two of the play clock when that official starts counting.
Even if you didn't have enough time to total around the clock, you would get it down within 10 seconds, punt the ball, and they've got to go, 80 yards twice in less than 10 seconds to tie the game. So I'm not a coach, nor do I want to be, but I do take enjoyment in pretending that I am sometimes on television. Blaze Berry looking for somebody, hurls it down the field. Broken up. Gambrell, his intended target. Aiden Monroe back there.
Hairston.
No, that was 23.
23.
That's Carter.
Carter
in there, almost get interception. It looks like Gambrell is not. He's not feeling too good over there on the sideline. Hope he's all right. Berry again flushed out, but it is caught. Austin Bright, senior wide receiver. And it still has one timeout left. And they've got to score twice and get two two-point conversions to tie the game. And they've got only 36 seconds to do it. Berry puts it up into the end zone. Got a receiver. It was bright out there, but it's between his hands. It'll stop the clock momentarily.
Just out of the reach.
Yep. His fingertips got it. You know, we were talking before, the Eminence has a long history of good football. I don't remember when. I think it was about 12 to 15 years ago that Eminence won the national title in 8-man football. You don't see a lot of 8-man football around here anymore.
Was it 8 or 7?
I think it's 8-man football, I think. It's whatever the Arena League plays. That's 8, isn't it? I think so. It's very popular out west because they have a lot of schools where
small schools,
yeah, and
like in Texas,
that are spread out and they don't have that many guys, so they play 8-man football. It's realignment. Well, Eminence is going the wrong direction this time. 2 penalties back to back.
Another snap infraction on the center.
And in motion. And there he's already, he crossed the line of scrimmage. I don't think they're going to call it. But it is caught by Bright. And Eminence calls their final timeout with 16 seconds to go. Now I thought he crossed the line because right, maybe not. Maybe not. Because it was right at the 45, so I guess he did get it off. We'll remind you next week we're at Western Hills as they take on their district opponent North Oldham. And then after that, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday is the 41st District Volleyball Tournament. So
where's it at this year? Who's hosting it?
Franklin County. I didn't know, but I had a voice in my head tell me, thank goodness. Franklin County High School is hosting the tournament, and I'll have to admit, the defender falls down, it's caught, and Smither gets it down to the 1. They may have time to get one more pass off.
Official time on the field.
And we've got a Frankfort High player hobbling off the field here. That's Carter. But I've not been able to watch much volleyball this year, so I really don't know who's doing what. Well, they originally signaled timeout for Eminence, and they don't have any more timeouts, but then they changed their mind and said no, Frankfort High calls it. We're going to step aside one more time, and we'll be back with the final play of the game, and then the play of the game here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
FPB delivers more value to our customers with Watch TV Everywhere. It's the free extra service that lets you watch favorites from your TV package on the go. Take a few minutes to sign up at fpb.cc and you'll be all set to explore many channels and on-demand shows on any internet-connected computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Watch TV Everywhere. Another great way FPB delivers the choice, convenience, and value you want.
All right, 7 seconds to go before this game will be in the books. Blaze Berry throws it into the end zone to Landon Smither. He scores a touchdown. with 3 seconds to go.
Touchdown, Eminence.
36-26. Not a whole lot of defense on that particular play because this one is, they're just kind of going through the formalities, it looks like. This 2-point conversion is an untimed down, so Eminence will have to kick off one more time. There he drops back and takes a knee. He's down. He's down. Loses his footing, and you don't have to go down by contact in high school football. When he hits the ground, you are down, whether anybody touches you or not. And right there it is. He slips, and that's it. So the Warriors are mathematically out of it, but they'll probably, you know, if you're Coach Jones, you would probably want to try to have a successful onside kick here.
Well, you know, I feel like that Eminence didn't take advantage of the clock when they had an opportunity to, right?
Right, I agree. I felt about 5 minutes to go in the game, I'm like, okay, we've lost this game. Let's just work on what we can work on.
Yeah. Why?
But then they found themselves in the game again.
Yeah, why would you not be playing a faster tempo?
I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I'm not a football coach, nor do I want to be. They have a hard enough job I can only imagine. There's the onside kick. Good job by the kicker. It's recovered by Fisher for Frankfort High. Munoz, that's about as good as you can do for a kicker. You know, you could ask for a little bit higher bounce, but not too bad. So surely the Panthers will take a knee here. And Coach Stephen Davis will get his first district win as the head coach of the Frankfort High Panthers. Not sure they were set in formation, but it doesn't really matter. The clock is has expired, and this game is over. Stay with us, folks. We'll have the play of the game brought to you by the Hubbard team with Exit Realty Crutcher coming up next here on the Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week, Play of the Game, is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what they do and families are why they do it.
It's all over if they hit this field goal.
Buying or selling a home can be as exciting as winning the big game on a last-second field goal. Or it can be just as devastating if the kick doesn't go in.
And the kick goes up, and it's no good. Home team loses.
That's why in real estate it always helps to be on a winning team. Choose Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher.
Real estate is what we do.
And families are why we do it.
Wait, how'd you get in here?
All right, welcome back, folks. Frankfort High beats the Eminence Warriors in a big district battle. And now it's time for the Tim and Rebecca Hubbard Exit Realty Crutcher play of the game. And here it is. The game was close, and then right before halftime, with Eminence looking like they were getting ready to score, Frankfort High picks it off DeKeo Washington runs it back, and the momentum totally changes. And Frankfort High holds on to win 36-26. And that, folks, is your Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher play of the game. We saw a really good defensive effort from Frankfort High tonight. The offense had their moments, but the defense is what really did it. Unfortunately, we saw way too many senseless penalties. But we saw some good play also by Eminence. Also, that number 11, Avery Holland, was impressive. And the quarterback, Blaze Berry, also looked pretty good, although he really couldn't get on track with his number 1 receiver, but that could be because of Frankfort High's defense. Don't forget, next week we're at Western Hills. Chris.
Yeah, so Frankfort High's got a tall task coming back in here next week. Sayre coming in. They've won tonight. They're now 7-0 on the season. Looking to go 8-0 here next week. Frankfort's going to have to be firing on all cylinders. No senseless penalties. So we're going to lead the 1A class. We're going up to 4A next week.
Not really, but kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Now, let's say you're Coach Davis. What? I mean, I know there's lots of things to work on, but what is the number one thing they should focus on this week in practice?
The senseless penalties, more than anything. Quit jaw-jacking, quit getting in people's faces, and be disciplined on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's what I'm preaching. I mean, it's just like you have a fair catch, down punt, and you hit the return man that is 5 yards away from the ball going the opposite direction. You cannot do that type of stuff against a good team like Sayre. They got away with it with Eminence tonight. Not sure Eminence is as good as their record and stats indicated, but they got away with it. A good win.
Big win.
Now, the first half, Frankfort High put together a great half of football. Still had a few senseless penalties, but a good half of football. Now you got a big boy coming to town next week.
All right. Next week, we're at Western Hills. Big senior night victory for the Panthers. Thanks for tuning in here, and we'll see you next week on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.